Hello students, good morning to all. So today we will continue our discussion on lesson 1, Internet Basics, and today we will discuss about the uh, World Wide Web, triple W. So this World Wide Web is a system of the Internet server that supports the hypertext and multimedia to access the several Internet protocols on a single interface. It is also in the short form it is also called the triple W or web. It is a way of exchanging the information between computers on the internet. So between the computers on the internet, how the information are exchanged, this is one type of the medium. Trying to tie them together into a vast collection of interactive multimedia resources. It is only a portion of what makes up the internet. I mean, it is a part of the internet only, but it is the fastest growing part of the internet. The web lets people, organizations, and companies publish information for other people to see. This makes a web very useful tool for finding the information about any topic. So, for this exchanging the information over the internet, we use some protocols. So, we'll study the protocols. So, what are the protocols? So, protocols are the set of rules that coordinates the exchange of information. Both the sender and the receiver follow the same protocol to communicate the data. So both the sender and receiver have to follow that rules and regulation. So see the protocols of the web. HTTP Hypertext Transfer Protocol, a protocol that transmits the hypertext over networks. It is the stateless protocol of the web. It is called the HTTP protocol. So all the HTML files are shared, transmitted over the network with the help of this HTTP protocol. SMTP Simple Mail Transfer Protocol. It distributes the email, messages, and attached files to one or more electronic mailboxes. Next is the FTP protocol, which is also called the file transfer protocol, and it transfers the files between a server and a computer. Example like FileZilla. VoIP, which is called the Voice over Internet Protocol, allows a delivery of voice communications over IP networks. POP is the Post Office Protocol. So this POP is the primary protocol behind the email communication. Example like the Outlook. IMAP is the Internet Message Access Protocol, standard protocol for accessing the email from your local server, like the broadband mechanism. Now you can see the triple attributes. Triple W attributes. Triple W provides the various attributes which are as follows. User friendly. The Triple W resource works smoothly with the most web browsers such as the Internet Explorer, Firefox, etc. Multimedia documents allows users to create and display the web pages that contain the various graphics, audio, video, animation, and text. And third attribute is the interactive World Wide Web provides interactivity using hyperlinks and input boxes. Frames. Triple W supports frames and allow users to display more than one independent sections on a single web page. So on the different frames you can create on a single web page. Next up is the hypertext and hyperlink. So this hypertext is the text that appears on the page on which you click and reach to another page. So this hypertext are underlined text, and hypertext is also a combination of hyperlink and multimedia. Hyperlink or dynamic link is simply called a link, which may be any icon, a graphic, or text in a document that links to another document. Another term is the web page. Web page is the backbone of the World Wide Web, and it is made up of the files or documents called pages or web pages. And each web page is also called a digital page, and is created with the help of the HTML language, which is called the hypertext markup language. So So now next is the IP address. So which is called the Internet Protocol. So this IP addresses, the length of the IP address is 4 byte, that is 32 bits, and IP addresses identify the host computers so that the packets of the information reach to the correct computer. Like this is the example of the IP address 162.192.1.89. So these IP addresses have the characteristics. What are the following characteristics? IP addresses are unique. No two machines can have the same IP address. IP addresses are also global and standardized. All machines connected to the internet agree to use the same scheme for establishing an address. Now you can see the email address. Email stands for the electronic mail. It is a paperless method of sending messages, notes, pictures, and even sound files from one place to another using the internet as a medium. It is an individual name which is used to send and receive the email on the internet. It is used to specify the source or destination of an email message. So the format of the email address you can see here, user at the rate domain. Here the first part identifies the username, that is the user. The text before that the red symbol is the username. So domain name, DNS is translates the domain names into the IP addresses. So DNS server translates this domain name into the IP address, and it also stores and associates many types of information with domain names. It provides the worldwide keyword based redirection service. DNS can be quickly updated and specifies the technical functionality of database service. The naming scheme by which services are identified is known as domain name system. So you can see here the second part at the rate separates the user from the domain which identifies the mail server. Here you can see abc at the rate yahoo.com. So abc is the username and yahoo.com is the domain name which provides the services. So some sites which provide the email services are Gmail, Yahoo, Mail, Rediff etc. Next you can see the blogs. What are blogs? So a blog is a website or web page in which an individual records opinions, links to other sites on a regular basis. A blog content is written frequently. So a blog is an easy to create website that allows the user to share their thoughts with the world. This word blogs come from the web log. Why? Because a blog consists of signed and dated log of the individual postings. Here the dates are maintained on the each postings on which date it is posted on the website. The topic of the blog can be anything from personal to professional. Any discussion topic can be on the blogs. So blogging is an interactive activity. So a person who writes the blogs is called the blogger, and this blogger provides the links to other websites also. Now see the advantages of blogs. A typical blog combines the text, images, links to other blogs, and other media related to its topic. Like in education, blogs can be used as the instructional resources. These blogs are referred to as edu blogs. And you can see a person who writes the blog is known as blogger, which I have discussed. Blogging is the act of posting content on a blog. This is called the blogging. Blogging is an activity. What are the advantages of the blog? You can work at any time of the day and work with your ease. Blogger does not require more efforts to write the articles for his blog. Easy and quick to update or add new posts. People can leave comments on your blog. It increases blog revenue. Blogs can be set up quickly. It is all about being social. What are the disadvantages of the blog? The common problem of full-time blogger is isolation from society. That will be separated from the society. Mostly people have love blogging, but they don't have a fixed source of income. Some choose freelance writing job for earning money, and few chooses to depend on their parents to fulfill the need of money. If the blogger get ill, they don't get time to update their blog, and it ultimately results in loss of blog income and traffic. Next, you can see a news group. So, this blogs are also two type: personal blogs, company blog, non-profit blog, politics blog, news and view blogs, and micro blogs. Many types of blogs are there. So let us we discuss these types of blogs also. Personal blog is the common and most popular type of the blog. It is a journal or diary that is on the internet. A person is writing the journal or diary on the internet. Personal blog encompasses personal views on any chosen subject, like on the health or politics or travel. Any topic you can write your personal blog thoughts. Company blog means this is a professional. This category is the professional or companies to let their customers or clients to know about their upcoming products and the progress being made on some projects. That is the company blog. And non-profit blog, this category incorporates the non-profit organization without using blogging, which use blogging to create the awareness and raise money for their cause, for raising the donations. For that purpose non-profit blog is used. Politics blog, so active members of this category are the politicians, political parties, members of parliament who uses blogging to remain connected with their constituencies. News and views blogs. So this type of blog is normally used by the journalists to post factual stories and views about the latest events. Microblog. Another category of the blog comprises of the shortest to entries, updates about the routine task of the individual or a company. That is the microblog. So what the day-to-day activities going on in the company. It is mainly used to keep the friends, colleagues, and the customers updated as the entries become a running commentary about the one's life and interest. So disadvantage we have. Uh, so while writing, another disadvantage of the blog is the while writing you need to be thoughtful and unbiased. So you can be partial on a single part of the company or persons because it may have a negative impact on the other readers. Fourth disadvantage, people can sometimes prove to be rude in their comments. So sometimes they are writing the rude comments, which may disappoint you, means the readers. So the if some readers write their comments, rude comments, so the blogger will disappoint sometimes. So that is the disadvantage. You need to be very active and disciplined as a blogger, so that the people do not lose the interest. Blogs, especially personal blogs, are not considered to be reliable. Okay, so this is all for the today's students. So in the next class, we will continue our discussion about the news groups and other things.